Welcome, boys. During this class, we will study about friction and about frictional force in our daily life. You must have seen that sometimes we feel easier to walk on a surface, and sometimes we feel it difficult to walk on the surface. We become more cautious, more alert when we walk over different surfaces. Like when you are walking at the surface of snow, then it becomes more difficult. When you walk at the surface of glass, it's again difficult to walk, but it's easier to walk on sandy surface or a rough surface. So these types, and sometimes when your car tires are tear off, they become plain or smooth. It becomes more difficult to apply the brakes or to climb up the hill. So these are some of the examples. Another example is if you are wearing shoes and your shoes are become smooth from the low surface, it becomes difficult for you to walk normally. Otherwise, if it has rough surface, it becomes more easier. So this is basically linked with frictional force. A frictional force is a force which plays an important role in our daily life as well, and we will see what's the frictional force and what the factor frictional force depends, and how in some of the cases the frictional force is important. It has some advantages in our life, in some cases it have some disadvantages in life, and then we will see how the frictional force is reduced in machines. So here it is, the force which opposes the motion of moving object. And this is basically, if you see this one surface, if you look at a normal surface, you will see that it's plain, it's smooth, but in reality, it's not smooth, it's not plain. There are bumps, there are up and down on the surface. These up and down surface area is playing this one. This up and down surface area is playing an important role for the frictional force. When one object is placed over the other object, these are the cold weld. They join together and they opposes the motion of one object over the other object. If you are applying force in this direction, then another force is acting in opposite direction, which is trying to stop the motion of this object. This stopping or opposing force is called force of friction. It happens when two objects or the two bodies are rubbed together, when two objects are move, allowed to move, two objects are uh, set together to move. So if one object is moved over the surface of the other, another example is water as well. There is also friction on the surface of the water. You drag any object at the surface of the sand and then at the water, although the frictional force has a difference, it's more easier to drag on the surface of water and it's difficult to drag at the surface of sand. Similar is the case in case of aeroplanes, aircrafts, fighter jets. Why we can't increase the speed of these objects up to a certain limit? Because due to air friction, heating effect is produced which burns the fast moving vehicles or the object. So this is the difficulty. So we will discuss during our next slide. Now let's start from the definition. The force which opposes the motion of moving object, that is basically friction. What are the causes? It is due to the interlock of the molecule of the two surfaces which are in contact with each other. So these are the molecules in contact with each other. They are interlocked, and this interlocking is opposing. So this is an object. It has its low surface rough. This is another object on which it is. Uh, if a person is trying to move, so they interlock with each other, and this interlocking force is not permitting the motion of the object. In mathematical form, the frictional force is directly proportional to the normal reaction force, that is F directly proportional to Fn, and this F is equal to mu Fn, and mu is basically coefficient of friction between the two surfaces. It has different values when you are dragging wood over wood or wood over stone, or you are dragging steel over wood. These constants have different values and these have different ratios. So F is equal to mu mg. We are writing force in the form of uh, mass and acceleration according to Newton's second law of motion, and it is equal to mg. F is equal to mu mg, where mu is proportionality constant and it depends on the nature of the surface in contact. It is known as coefficient of friction. It is the ratio between the two surfaces. Therefore, it has no limit, because whenever you calculate the ratio between two similar quantities, they will cancel each other. At the end, you will be getting no unit. So that's why it is said that if there is a ratio between two similar quantity, there will be no unit. So here are the some examples. When you are dragging any object, you are using some type of surfaces below to reduce the force of friction, to make it easier to drag, to overcome the force of friction. So it becomes, while you use tire and you use skiing and type of the shape, so that it becomes easier to drag the object. Number one is that whenever you are using shoes, if the surface is rough, it becomes easier for you. You are applying force of push and the earth is applying force of pull. So that's why you are able to move on the surface of the earth. Another is that pushing force, you are applying force in this direction. Frictional force is acting in opposite direction, and this force is trying to move the object from its motion. Another example of the fourth one is cycling. When you are using a cycle, when the tires are new, it becomes more easier for you. Without any slip or skid, you can move easily. But if it becomes smooth, it becomes difficult to apply the brakes and to move it smoothly. Uh, So that's the one reason why the frictional force is very important during the motion of the object. So what are the types of the friction? Static friction and kinetic friction. What is the static friction? The static friction force acting on a body when it is at rest is called static friction. You are pushing or pulling any object. At that time, the object is unable to move. If anybody asks you what's the reason difficulty, then your answer will be force is acting opposite to my applied force. That is not due to which I am unable to move the object in any direction. So at that time, when the object is at rest, although the force is applied on it, that type of the friction present will be static friction. Mathematically, it is Fs is equal to mu s mg, where mu s is the coefficient of static friction, as for static. Now, the kinetic friction, as the name indicates, kinetic means motion. It is acting on a body when it is in a state of motion. It is denoted by Fk. Again, I am repeating about the static friction. Whenever there is a huge object and you are applying force on it, you are unable to move the object, although you are applying a force. What's the reason? There is a force acting on it which is trying to stop the motion of that object. That type of the friction at that time will be at rest, will be static friction. Now the kinetic friction is the friction of a body due to its motion. So mathematically, kinetic friction is mu k for kinetic friction, coefficient of friction mg, uh, like this one. And this is also another example of rolling friction. Now, what's the formula? That is where mu k is the coefficient of kinetic friction. Sliding and rolling friction. So sometimes you are asked, what's the difference between sliding and rolling friction? The force that arises due to the dragging of one solid object over another, sliding friction, is greater than the rolling friction. Sliding friction, the whole body is of surface of one body is in contact with the surface of another body. But in case of rolling friction, like tire or any other type of circular object, only one point is in contact with the other body. So that's why less the number of points are, less will be the cold weld or interlocking force between the two surfaces. So that's why it will be easier for anyone to move like a circular object, other rolling becomes more easier. So that's why rolling friction is 100 times less than the sliding friction. Why? Because very small area of the two bodies in contact with each other, it arises due to rolling of one object over the other, is smaller than the sliding friction. The reason is very simple. I repeat it again. If the more and more surface area is in contact with each other, more and more frictional force will be there. In case of sliding friction, more and more surface is in contact. But in case of rolling friction, only few points are in contact with each other. So the interlocking force will be very less. So that's why the rolling friction is very less as compared to the sliding friction. What are the advantages of frictions? So let's at the starting of this class, I have already told we have to see what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages of the friction. Look at whenever you're trying using matchstick to burn the fire, if there is no frictional force, you will be unable to produce the fire. Due to this frictional force, heat is produced, and this heat is used for the burning. So that's why it burns and we produce fire. If there is no frictional force between foot, shoe and the ground, it will be more difficult for you to walk on the ground. You will slip. So if there is very less force of friction between the tires of the cycle, it will be more difficult for you to move the cycle. So it ever so these are the main points. You can note it down. It enables us to walk on the ground. It enables us to stop or move any object. We apply brakes, and due to these frictional forces, we are able to apply brake correctly, and it works. If there is less friction, then we replace the brake disc. So that's why it's playing a very much important role for the frictional force. A nail can stay in wood due to friction. You can't make the nail stay inside wood or any other object. Sometimes if it's unable to stay, we use some other types of sand and other friction type of the object which have more and more friction. We will fill first the manhole so that it becomes more fixed due to the friction. We can tie a knot due to friction. We can't tie a knot without friction. Belt moves over the pulley due to friction, and brakes of a vehicle works due to friction. Friction enables us to write on paper. Matchstick catches fire as it rubs on rough surface. So these are some of the advantages of friction. So let's see what are the examples. These are some of the examples. This is the frictional force. This is the frictional force due to which the shoes become smooth. This is the frictional force due to which the tire becomes smooth. This is the frictional force playing frictional force. If there is no frictional force, you can slip and you can get injury. So what are the advantages of friction and what are the methods to reduce? This is the it disadvantages of friction. It reduces the efficiency of machine. The tire gets smooth and it's a huge loss to replace the new tire. So it decreases the speed of moving object. This is the main disadvantage of the friction, air friction and other frictional forces that heat up the nose of the fast moving object, front of the fast moving object. It produces so heat that they start burning. So that's why this is the main disadvantage of friction. Machine uses useful energy is waste due to the friction as a heat. You know, there is no such machine whose efficiency is 100%. Reason is that some of the energy like the petrol and diesel, the efficiency of these cars is between 25 to 40%. Rest of the whole fuel is wasted in the form of heat energy that is released due to the frictional force, and frictional force produces some heat. So that's why the efficiency of the machine decreases. It increases wear and tear of machine. Wear and tear of the machine increases due to friction. Methods of reducing friction. Part of the machines are lubricated. We use grease and other oily object to reduce the frictional force. Naturally, we bends in our body, the joints in our body have natural types of the lubricant which is used. Allah has made to reduce. Sliding friction is changed into rolling friction. You see the lesson we learned from the natural construction of the nature. So we have our joints in the body where sliding parts of the body have some rolling types of the bones so that it becomes easier for bend and stretch our foot and arm and body. Machines were possible by using ball bearing. You must have seen the ball bearings are used in case of machines so that it becomes easier for the machine to rotate, revolve, or move. By using ball bearing, we have reduced the frictional force. It can be reduced by polishing the unsmooth surface. Unsmooth surface are polished. These are also used to reduce the frictional force. Streaming a fast-moving object reduces air friction. We have learned a lesson when an object, like fish and other objects, are moving inside water. they have streamlined bodies. So that's why nature has made the shape to reduce the frictional force to make their life easier to move inside water. So these are some of the methods to reduce. We have learned the lesson from the nature, and we have designed car and the aeroplane, aircraft, ships, boats. These are all having streamlined shapes in front so that they can reduce the frictional force and make the motion of the bodies easier, more comfortable and more easier to reduce the loss energy losses and to increase the efficiencies of the machine. So these are some of the advantages. We have seen that there are some important advantages of the friction. So at the same time, there are some disadvantages of the friction which are used to reduce the frictional force. So these are some of the examples. If you look at, these are ball bearing which are used to frictional reduce the frictional force. So this is aeroplane, its body is streamlined so that air friction is reduced. So this is the oil which is used as a lubricant which reduces the frictional force between the two bodies. So it is a train. In front of the train, the body is streamlined so that to reduce air friction. So again, these are the two moving parts of the machine. Lubricant is used to reduce the frictional force, to increase the efficiency of the machine, to reduce the waste of the energy. So this is another type of example when you are using carom board and other. So with this, our class ends. I hope you people have enjoyed it.